The son asks of his mother, why, O mother, do we worship a God with an elephant head? This very beautiful song describes the events which led to Ganeshji's elephant head. Satya It's a happening in the age of Satya. And in this song describes for us all that happened and led to the head of Ganesha.
एक बार बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री उमापति महादेव की जय. Could we all please stand as we join hands together? See if it will get us going. Today, my dear friends, is a very sad occasion in this family. It is a very painful and agonizing experience. But the Ramayana tells us, Bare bhagya manushitana pava, that we as human beings, we have that opportunity to bring ourselves into oneness with God. Life is very short. For every one of us, that clock is ticking. We don't know where, when, and how that moment will arrive. Therefore, my dear friends, we need to live our lives as if it is our last moment, by doing the things that our scriptures prescribe, by doing the things that we have come into this world to do. We as human beings, we are the closest to God. As human beings, we are the only ones permitted to communicate with God. And in moments like this, in times like this, it is more important that you turn to God for courage, for solace, for strength, for understanding. Because sometimes life presents situations that we do not fully understand why and what. A young man in the fullness of life, gone and gone forever. It is a question that we cannot fully comprehend, that why such an incident, such a situation develops. But when you turn to God, when you pray, it gives you the courage, it gives you the solace to carry on. My dear friends, let us all bow our heads in prayer. As Bhagavan says, as the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, that the soul is different from the body. The body is perishable and has a limited time span. The soul is eternal and everlasting. The soul does not end. The soul is imperishable. Chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita reminds us that we are the soul, we are the Atma. The body is just a vehicle to take the soul into oneness with God by appropriate karma. Let us pray. Hari Om Apavitra Pavitra Sarvashtangatopi Va Yasmareti Punrikangshe Sabhyantara Suchi Namah Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru He Ramam Purushottamam Narhare Narayanam Keshava Govinda Gardhaja Gunanidhe Damodara Madhava He Krishna Kamalapate Yadupate Sitapate Sripate Vaikuntari Pate Charachar Pate Lakshmi Pate Pahimam Yang Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stanvanta Devya Istavere Vede Sangha Parakramo Upanishade Gayanti Yam Samagha Dhyanavashtita targatena manusa pashanti yam yogino yasyang tang navedo suraswargana devaya tashmai namo namam. Om Dhyau Shantirantariksha Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Roshadhe Shanti Banaspate Shanti Brahm Shanti Sargam Shanti Om Shanti Reva Shanti Shama Shanti Riddhi Shubh Shanti Kalyana Mangal Bhavatu Nama Hari Om Sri Vishnur 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 Adsi Brahmano Dvitit Prarad Sri Svedvara Kalpe Vaivashmantare Ashtavinchatame Kalyuge Kalipram Charnitranda Desha Kunupya Nagrata Tathare Mukhnam. Take all your names, children, that Bhagwan today I do this Anteshti Karma, final rites for Father, and I pray God you give me courage and strength and wisdom to perform these rites. Om Namo Sri Amukha Gotrasya Mukha Karneshi Om Shoshu Gurishuyata Shishi Asthana Se Shobukhanam Tatsat Hari Om Nari Nam Jajmana Sahi Tatsat Hari Om Ram Nam Satya Hai Yehi Sabke Gatya Hai Vrindavan Krishna Chand Bhagwan Ki Jai. Put it hand up. Please take your seats. Thank you very much. Right. Or you could sit down for a little bit. Sit down those things. The air condition. My dear friends, when things like this happen in life, we tend to question and say, well, why and what and how this should happen and this is happening. Nari lived her life to the fullest. And I will say that he got a good death, in that he didn't suffer, he didn't have anybody to feed him and bathe him and clean him. This is the power of life, my dear friends. This is the reality of life. It is a very painful and agonizing experience to know that at such a young and full age, he has to leave. But when these things happen, my dear friends, we have to turn to God to get the courage, sometimes to get the answers to why and what has taken place. But most importantly, we need to re-examine our own life. Swami Sadhguru, in one of his lectures, says that the human race is the weakest it has ever been physically. Physically weakest meaning that children now are getting lifestyle diseases, diabetes and high blood pressure and heart conditions and all that. So physically, and one of the attributing factors is the type of food that we eat. We are eating the wrong types of food, and therefore we are using the food as a building block to ourselves. We are destroying rather than building ourselves, health-wise. Besides being physically the weakest, mentally, the human race is becoming weaker and weaker every day. The intellect, the mind, the consciousness are going down. And there's a saying that if you don't use it, you lose it. And this is what is happening to the human existence. So physically, we are getting weaker and weaker. Mentally, we are getting weaker and weaker. And spiritually, we are getting weaker and weaker. We need to check ourselves, my dear friends. We need to analyze what we are doing wrong. Why are we building ourselves in a downward spiral? A lot has to do with our physical input. So mentally, physically, and spiritually, my dear friends, sometimes you have to do a little fasting, you have to do a little prayer, and you feel that it's so much effort. Sometimes you become reluctant to even fast. Fasting is a very, very important spiritual exercise. And once fasting is done properly, it helps the mental and it helps the physical to grow. But the reluctance to fast helps to bring the life in that downward spiral. My dear friends, we need to check upon ourselves and understand and realize what is the purpose. What is the purpose of this life? Is it just to have wife and husband and children and car and money and job and whatever and whatever? No, my dear friends. In the Ramayana we are reminded, Bare Bhagya Manushatana Pava, that our primary purpose in this life, in this existence, is to bring the soul into oneness with God. I repeat, our purpose in life is to bring the soul into oneness with God. But what happens when we get into the world? We see nice husband, nice wife, nice car, nice house, so many things that we become derailed, we become sidetracked into the primary purpose of life. When something like this happens, my dear friends, we need to recheck ourselves. We need to reevaluate the direction of the purpose. But first you have to understand what is the purpose of life. The purpose of life, my dear friends, is to bring that existence, the soul, into oneness with God. And the fuel to do that is called karma. Karma pradhana vishwakararaka. Whatever we do in our life, we always use the scriptures as the guideline to conduct ourselves, our karma, whatever things that we do. Because the scriptures, and I use a very broad term, scriptures, all the scriptures guide you in a particular direction. All the scriptures teach you how to live. Life is short and is getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. Just on the way coming up, I heard a very good friend of mine passed away. Heard it on the radio. Pandit Mohindra Prasad from Pinal. Very close friend of mine. So that every day you're hearing more and more and more and more people who are around us passing on. And it gives us the wake-up call to rethink our direction of life, rethink our conduct and our behavior towards ourselves. Karam Pradhana Vishwakararaka. We have a duty to ourselves, my dear friends, is to live according to the directives of our scriptures. Live. You see, our scriptures make 5 recommendations. 1, our relationship with God. 2, our relationship with our saints and sages and gurus, because they are the guiding force, the guiding light to show you the direction. 3rd is our pitras, our ancestors. Because our ancestors, we are a product of our ancestors. We have their blood, their DNA, their genetic makeup. So that they are the influencing force. 4th is our fellow human beings. And 5th is our environment. Once we follow these 5 rules of conduct towards our human existence, we will understand the direction in which we need to take our life. Because this is one of the drawbacks, my dear friends. The human race lacks that directive, how to do, what to do, how to manage, how to govern, how to conduct ourselves. You know, we go along life just going along without stopping to think, stopping to analyze and see, well, what is my purpose in life? What am I doing with my life? Is it just to have, you know, wife, husband, children, car? We are carrying nothing. Nothing in this world is ours, my dear friends. Not even this body, because when we finish with it, In a few minutes, a couple hours, it will be reduced to nothing, to ashes. What we carry with us is our karma, what we do with our life from the moment of birth until we reach this stage. And we all have to pass through this stage. That is a wake-up call to us, my dear friends, to rethink our direction in life. Question yourself and ask yourself, are you comfortable and satisfied with the way that you are managing your life, conducting your life, carrying on your life? And that question, giving the answers, you would understand very clearly, my dear friends, what to do with life. We have our scriptures, we have guidelines, but very often we ignore the scriptures and guidelines and do our own thing. My dear friends, Ek din hame bhi jana hai. In the program, there's a bhajan. Ek din hame bhi jana hai. All join. Ek din hame bhi jana hai. जग चला जात है सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है एक दिन हमें एक दिन हमें भी जाना है खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा खेल अनेको खेल करनी है सो कर ले रे बंदे करनी है सो कर ले रे बंदे फिर नहीं आना है एक दिन एक दिन हमें भी जाना है कौरी कौरी करके जोरी भरा खजाना है संग न जाए उसका साथी संग न जाए उसका साथी फिर पछताना है एक दिन हमें भी एक दिन हमें भी जाना है जग चला जात है सारा इसका कौन ठिकाना है एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. That bhajan says, one day we would all have to leave this world. Frighteningly, out there is already a tree, a log to prepare your coffin. That is frightening. That is already a tree in existence, board to build a coffin for you. So one day we would have to leave. Jagat chala jata hai, iska kauna thikana hai. That we have to understand the soul. Understand, my dear friends, the purpose of soul. Khub mauj kar dekh tamasha. We come here, we look for happiness. From the minute we take our first breath, we start that search for happiness. And that search ends when we take our final breath. But what is true happiness, my dear friends? What is happiness? Happiness, my dear friends, is total and unconditional surrender to God. That's the only source of happiness. Anything else that you can point out that will bring to you happiness would also bring sadness and sorrow and disappointment. So we come here looking for tamasha. Tamasha is enjoyment. Khela yaneko khel. That's the role of Maya. That's the act of Maya. While you have the opportunity, karni hai so kar le re bande. While you have the opportunity to do good, while you have the opportunity to do something positive, do it. Kauri kauri karke jhori bhara khajana hai. Handful by handful we construct our empires. Bigger house, bigger car, more money, bigger job, everything that we thinking that will bring happiness. It does not, my dear friends. Bhara khajana hai, sang na jaye uska sathi. It would not go with us. it would not go with us. Nothing goes with us, my dear friends. Nothing in this world is ours. Strange as it may sound, nothing in this world is ours. Sang na jaye uska saath hi fir pachitana hai. When you reach in this stage, then you realize that, oh, I spent so much time building an empire and it's of no use to me. As Nari is there today at this moment, house, land, wife, husband, children, money, car, nothing is of any value. What is of value to him is the good deeds that he has done, all the things that he has done in his life, the charitable things, they all would go a long way to serve him in this stage, as it will serve all of us when that time reaches. Vrindavan Krishna Chand Bhagwan ki jai, Sri Umapati Mahadev ki jai. So at this time I would ask Tulahin to come and put a mala, put some wait. Come, put a little bit. Wait. Take it and meat. Just hold this. Yeah, I know. Put this on top of it. Put our rice. Om Namo Sri Anadhino Dhane Deva Sankachakra Gadadhara Kshipundarikangsham Preta Moksha Prava Krishna Kripalo Tangatana Gatabhasana Saragna Prasiddha Purushottamam Tat Sat Hari. Put it on this side here. Sat Hari Om Namo Narayanaya Namo Paramatmane Namaha. Matches. Light it here. This Yarti.
This one?
Yeah, light that one. Yeah, light that one too. Throw the match in the fire. Okay, hold this. Join in prayer that God, today you have given me a companion, 3 beautiful children, and today, God, I say goodbye to him, and I ask God that you bless his soul, grant and protect that soul. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namam He Ramam Purushottamam Narhare Narayanam Keshava Govinda Garutucha Gunanidhe Damodara Madhava He Krishna Kamalapate Yadupate Sitapate Sripate Vaikuntharipate Characharpate Lakshmi Pate Pahimam. Put it on the side, touch forehead, put on the mala. You have to fold it in two. Help her. Jaya Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare. Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. O Jaya Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare. Arti. Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. O jab charo taraf andhiyara ho, आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न खेवन वाला हो, फिर तो ही बेड़ा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. ओ जय कृष्ण हरे. श्री कृष्ण हरे. आरती. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद भगवान की जय. श्री उमापति महादेव की जय. ओम नमो नारायणाय नमः. Who you have to say a few words?
Shahana.
Sahana, okay. Call Sahana. You, please come forward. You say a few words on behalf of the family.
Peace around everyone. Good day.
My beloved, kind-hearted, hard-working, vibrant father-in-law. Though you have been my father-in-law for half a year, you welcomed me with open arms. And the memories and experiences you left with me remains in my heart forever. My father-in-law loved me endlessly, and there was not a morning after he came from work that he never called for me. Daughter-in-law, come and eat. Daughter-in-law, I bring something for you. And I am sure that everyone inside here sensed that love, because his love expands to everyone he came in contact with. He always came to tell me about his day, as well as boast about his wife's business, her delicious cooking, her talents, her family love. He was such a proud husband and father, and I would smile and listen attentively. In between, he would drop advice. Shahana, you know you don't have a stupid father-in-law. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. Tell them that your father-in-law name is Nari, you know. And trust me, he meant that. Because every time someone heard his name, they respected it and would immediately know their place. Oh, and how can I forget on Mondays? Once he was home, I knew that as soon as I opened my front door at 5:40 a.m. to leave for work, he would be sitting in his favorite spot in the house, his hammock, waiting patiently to greet me good morning and see me leave for work safely. My father-in-law, as of recent times, said repeatedly, when God is ready for you, there is nothing you can do to stop him. And we would all shake our heads in agreement as we believe that too. I am convinced that he is an angel that served his time on this earth, and he taught us so many lessons, of which I will highlight a few. 1. Hard work. This man took his job seriously, and it inspired me to wake up earlier to go to work, because I said, if he can do it, I can too. I went to market 2 weekends after his passing, and I saw customers break down in tears. When you can leave an impression like that on people, it speaks to the kind of person he was. Also, when he did something, whether it is fig or melon, we all know Uncle Nari did it in a big way. He went big or go home. 2. Family love. Wow. He would do anything for his family. I mean, he actually took time off from work to travel the world with his family. He built a strong foundation, an empire that can definitely carry him throughout their life. He would give up rest and sleep to ensure that he spends the little memories with his family. His parents, his wife, his sisters, and his children were his world, and he lived for them. 3. He lived in the moment and enjoyed having a great time. I would call him to lime every time we had a little lime downstairs, and he never turned me down, not once. He was always up to an adventure. Beach lime, camping, you name it, he was there. Put on one of his songs and I can guarantee you that you could not shake your waist like him. The last memory we all had of him was holding on to this mic and singing and laughing his heart away. 4. He was a godly man. Every Tuesday, as a rule, he would say his prayers. Even if it was late at night, he made the time. The recent Ramayana that the family had, he was determined that he started to fast weeks before, and he didn't want anybody cooking meat in the house. While he enjoyed liming and having a great time, he took his prayers very serious. At mornings, while on his way to the market, he would listen his Ramayana, as it brought him peace of mind. I want to end by saying this. All the lessons that you taught us will not go in vain. We will continue to work hard and build on the legacy that you left. Your family unity will continue to be stronger than ever, and we will grow together as one, as we know you would have loved to see this synergy. Whenever we sing, laugh, or try to have a great time, we will ensure that it's a Nari styling, that we live for the small celebrations and moments. You will forever be in our prayers, in our minds, in our hearts. To my father-in-law, travel in peace, look down on us, guide us, and continue to live in our spirits. I will leave with this quote from the Bhagavad Gita. Death is as sure for that which is born, as birth is for that which is dead. Therefore, grieve not for what is inevitable. Thank you.
Very much, Mr. Hannah. You see, this is what life is all about. God wants us to enjoy life, but do the right thing in life. Do what you are supposed to do. Don't hurt anybody, don't disrespect anybody, don't cause distress or pain or suffering or discomfort to anybody. Make everybody happy and joyous, and respect yourself and respect those around you. Today, my dear friends, Revati, who has had a very traumatic recent experience, but is very near and dear to her brother, Nari, I would ask Revati to render for us a bhajan in dedication to her brother.
I'm going to try my best to hold it together, to sing a few lines for my brother. But I love you. तुझे सूरज कहूँ या चंदा, तुझे दीपक हो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज लारा। तुझे सूरज कहूँ या चंदा, तुझे दीपक हो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज लारा। मैं कब से तरस रहा था, मेरे आंगन में कोई खेले, नहीं दी हर सांस की बदली, मेरी सारी दुनिया ले ले, तेरे संग झूल रहा है, मेरी बाहों में जग सारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज लारा। तुझे सूरज कहो या चंदा, तुझे दीपक हो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज लारा। अजंगली थमती तेरी, तुझे में चलना सिखाना, कल हाथ पकड़ना मेरा, जब में बूढ़ा हो जाओ, तू मिले तो मैंने पाया, जिनकी गहराई सहारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा। मेरे बाद भी इस दुनिया में जिंदा मेरा रहेगा, जो भी तुझको देखेगा, तुझे मेरा लाल कहेगा, तेरी रोक में मिल जाए मुझको जीवन दोबारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज लारा। तुझे सूरज कहो या चंदा, तुझे दीपक हो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज लारा, मेरा नाम
very soulful rendition of an appropriate bhajan by Sister Revati. At this time, my dear friends, I'd read a few lines from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 20, that describes for us the life, describes for us the existence. Hari Om Namo Paramatmane Namo Govindaye Namo Namam Na Jayate Mritava Kadachita Nayanguta Bhavata Bhava Ajo Nityam Shajoran Purane Nahanyate Hanyamane Sharire. Meaning that the soul is never born, nor does it ever die. The soul is eternal and everlasting. It does not become when we are born, nor does it end at our death. It is unborn, eternal, everlasting, and ancient. Even though the body dies, the soul continues to exist. Not only Hinduism, but every civilization from the beginning of time have recognized the permanent nature of the soul. This is why in Hinduism we put aside 2 weeks of the year to do our part. And that, when we do, it cushions the effect of the pain and agony and the loss of a loved one. That 2 weeks Pitru Paksh time, when that offering is made, food take out, it gives us comfort that, okay, we are doing something for those who have contributed to us, who have made our life possible, who have guided and molded us into something. So that soul does not end. Aum vasani jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihati naro purana tata sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani sanyani navani dehi. Just as we change our clothing, worn out garments, taking on others that are new, likewise the embodied soul, casting off worn out bodies, enters into others that are new. The soul's journey is a cycle of births and deaths based on karma. Whatever we do, if we live like the animal in this lifetime, the animal just eat, sleep, work, mate, defend, then we relegate ourselves back to the animal stage to work ourselves up. So we have to be careful how we manage and how we govern and how we conduct ourselves, how we conduct our lives. Vasani jirnani yatha vihaya. That we change clothing, we change bodies. The soul changes bodies. Om nainang chejangri shahasrani nainang dahti pavakana chejam kalyaya puna shirshatu maruta. That soul is not subject to the laws of the creation, meaning that weapons cannot destroy the soul, nor can fire burn it, water cannot wet it, nor can wind dry it. That soul is impervious to the condition, because that soul is an invisible form. Harihi Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namam Jatyasi Dhruva Vimritru Duram Janma Matasya Tasmaritang Natang Sotatu Marhasi. Once we are born in this world, we must die. These are the laws of Bhagavad Gita. For in that case, death is certain for the born. Once we're born, we must die. And rebirth is inevitable for the dead. You see, verses like this gives us a solace, it gives us strength, it gives us courage that we must die. There is no escape. Koi lakh kare chaturai karma ka lekha mite na re bhai. You cannot escape from death. Rebirth is inevitable. You should not therefore grieve and cry. My dear friends, I want to say a word on that. The more you hold on to your loved ones and departed souls, the more painful it becomes for you, and the more painful it becomes for because you have lost a loved one, but that soul has lost everything, has lost you, has lost his possessions, has lost his body, lost everything, so that the distress that you feel that you are going through, that soul is going through 10 times more distress, having lost so much more than you have lost. And therefore, Bhagavad Gita suggests that instead of grieving and crying, you pray. Instead of grieving and crying, you chant the name of God to strengthen yourself and strengthen those around you. especially your loved ones. Ek baar bolo Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki jai. So at this time I will invite the parents to come and do a little offering. Mother. I want something to light them incense and see if you could
You want to light?
the incense.
The incense here.
Yeah, but to stick it in something here.
Okay. Is this one?
Take a flowers, bhayo.
No, ready pin that.
Full of flowers. Talk to Bhagwan that, Lord, today you give us Sona Chandi, and today you have taken, and today I pray, Bhagwan, that you bless his soul, that he has lived his life fully, and he has done his duty as a son, and today as we say goodbye to him, we pray for continued blessings. Om Anadhino Dhane Deva Sankha Chakra Gadadhara Akshapundarikamsham Preta Moksha Pradoha Om Krishna Krishna Kripalo Tangatirna Gatabhava Sansara Purushotamam. Put the flowers, touch for a Jai Bhagwan. Take dollar arti. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Thank you. Please take. Anybody wish to come and do their offerings? Let's put a flower. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namam. He Ramam Purushottamam Narhare Narayanam Keshava Govinda Garuduja Gunanidhe Damodara Madhava. He Krishna Kamalapate Yadupate Sitapate Sripate Vaikuntadi Pate Charachar Pate Lakshmi Pate Pahimam. Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajo Manharana Bhau Bhaidarunam Nava Kanja Lochana Kanja Mukha Kara Kanja Pada Kanjarunam Kandarpa Agunita Amita Chabinava Nila Niraja Sundaram Patapita Manahu Torita Ruchi Suchi Naumi Janaka Sutabaram. You have anybody else you have to say anything? Ask a mom. Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajuman Harana Bhau Bhaidarunam Nava Kanja Lochana Kanja Mukha Kara Kanja Pada Kanjarunam Kandarpa Aganita Amita Chabinava Nila Niraja Sundaram Patapita Manahu Torita Ruchi Suchi Naumi Janaka Sutabaram Bhajudina Bandhu Dinesha Danava Daitya Bansani Kandanam Raghunanda Ananda Kanda Koshala Chanda Dasharatha Nandanam Sira Mukuta Kundala Tilakachara Udara Anga Vibhushanam Ajanushara Chapadhara Sangrama Karadara Dushanam Iti Badita Tulasi Dasa Shankara Shesha Muni Manaranjanam He Ramam Purushottamam Narhare Narayanam Keshava Govinda Garuduja Gunanidhe Damodara Madhava He Krishna Kamalapate Yurupate Sitapate Sripate Vaikuntadi Pate Charachar Pate Lakshmi Pate Pahimam. Would the driver of TBS 1160 TDW 6002 please attend to your vehicle? Karpura Gaurang Karunavataram Sansara Saram Bhujagendraharam Sadava Santang Hridaya Vinde Bhavang Bhavani Sahitang Namami राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने श्री रामचंद्राय नमः। Huh? They didn't call my number. Wanna come out? We finished already.
Alright, okay, because the music up on here, we need to.
Sorry?
The music up on here, we need to come for like half 10.
What is the time now?
10.
This group is there, and now we're going My dear friends, we await the arrival of the music truck, and while we await, I would ask Sister Reuti to say a few words.
Again, Peter Hamilton. The last 2 weeks of my life was a disaster. Never did I knew the day I got admitted to hospital that his life was taken. He called me that morning and I couldn't answer. The love that we shared was something out of this world. My brother is the best brother any sister could ask for. Every morning I used to call him, make sure he's okay, make sure that he reached safe, make sure that he's on his way home. I used to always check on him. He used to make so much fun of me, but it was the love that we shared with each other. Papa has shocked us. Honestly, it shocked us. And as I was saying, one day in that hospital, I know my entire family kept it from me to make sure that I didn't get worse. A tragedy has struck this family. But one thing I know, my brother will want us to stick together and love one another more and more. And we will do that. We will do that. One day in the hospital, a white butterfly came and sat on me, and I told my mom, and I didn't tell my mommy, because mommy never spoke to me while I was in that hospital. I told Robert, and I said, a little white butterfly came and sat on me, and I never saw that white butterfly again. Never did I knew he left. Never did I knew he left. So my brother, who built an empire for his family, who ensured that his family never suffered for anything, who loved his wife endlessly. You are irreplaceable, but you will always live in our hearts forever and ever. You are what you call a king, strength and power. I love you, Papa, and I will always love you. And everyone here love you, and we wish you God's blessings. Go rest in peace now.
The expression of our sister's love for brother. We are all saddened by this occasion, my dear friends. This is something that is very sad for the entire community, Komodo, having lost an upright citizen, a family-oriented individual who showed caring and love and respect for all around, the neighbors, the fellow villagers, even the market fellow colleagues. They all recognize the straightforward, upright conduct of his life towards dealing with people. And this is what life is all about, my dear friends, where we deal upfront, upright, straightforward, no nonsense individuals, and this is what carries us through. As the Dulahin was saying, that all the customers from the market burst out in tears when they heard what happened. And that tears is not tears of sorrow. That tears is not tears of regret, but that is tears of love. Because of the caring, loving way that he conducted his affairs with human dealings, their tears were expression of how he behaved and how he conducted himself. And this is a lesson for us all to do our part in life to bring comfort. You see, in the Ramayana, we have two major players. One is called Ram and one is called Ravan. These are the two major characters in the Ramayana. And everywhere that Ravan went, he brought tears to people's eyes, distress. Ravan had no regard, no respect for anybody's sister, mother, daughter, wife, property, rights. Anything come to his mind he will do without considering what he is doing to others. And he paid the ultimate price. Ram, on the other hand, wherever Ram went, he bring happiness, he bring joy, he bring peace, he bring love to people. And this is an example for us to live. Whether we want to live like Ravan and cause distress, you know, sometimes we have a little authority, we have a little position, we have a little place, we have a little authority, and we figure, well, we're on top of everything and we trample on everybody's. Ram brought happiness, he brought love, he brought peace. Everywhere that Ram went, he comforted and brought happiness to people. This is what life is all about, my dear friends. Make everybody happier. You might have a little position, a little authority, a little name, a little fame, a little fortune. Do not abuse your position and place of authority. Always live a simple, humble life. And God will bless you. God will bless you. Thank you very much as we do the final preparation now for the procession to Belgroves. Oh, I wanted to bust this bag. Just two. Empty it in here. All. Right, so this, we'll put this to all. Yeah. Alright, there's that. So this going, this with, this going with this.
Put that in about one side.
Yeah, we'll do this up there, not here.
Yeah.
No, we do it up there. Because if we light it here, it will Huh?
She said she was open the door and let us wait right on the outside.
No, no, we're doing it up there. Yeah. So this and this go in. Let me mix this up so it won't spill.
Gotta hold that one side.
Yeah, but if I mix it up, it won't have no This is the final thing doing now.
I could feed it when I go in. I could bring this in my vehicle. You put it in your vehicle.
Nah, you take charge because I don't have many things to say about
I didn't want to still.
Canfa.
You put this at the answer and you just want it here, right? The water and the Janita, you need to carry that?
Now we go do that when they ready to pull out. All right, this and this go in here.
That's going to, right?
Yeah, this we gonna need up there. This we gonna need up there.
You need this. You want to put some of this to carry to it?
Yeah, carry it now because we have to carry it.
The mango leaf and you need it.
Yeah. All right.
And the flowers you need up there?
Yeah. What we're gonna do? We're gonna finish this part of it here.
Okay.
This going to.
Right?
Sorry.
You're going on my burger?
Yeah.
Right. So you need this stuff over there.
Yeah. The Hawan go do up there. I don't want to light the fire here to go with it now.
Okay, no problem. Okay, you have with the flowers for going?
Now we're gonna use out. Yeah, we'll carry it because there might be people there who want to offer flowers.
Better put everything in the box. After I put one thing in one box. Put the garbage in the safe. After you car garbage bag and put everything in the box so it will fall.
All right, this going.
That is tulsi leaf.
Yeah, the tulsi leaf. That and that going.
1, 2, 3 and this go. The water with the Jolita going to?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you put this with the glass table.
Yeah. Let me call Sahana and tell her.
The other girl. Shana.
Sahana. You have a little part to play. When the box load up in the hearse to pull out, I want you to pour the water straight across in front of the vehicle.
Okay.
But when in a straight line when the body inside the hearse and they're ready to pull out.
Okay.
Okay, so you put that straight across. This here.
The flower
Right.
staying in here.
Everything you just pour it, whatever fall.
Okay.
Right?
This is the mama.
Suzanne, they're about ready to leave. I want to take the mala and just hold it over the flame and burst the string.
No?
Yeah, just hold it over the flame. Yeah, right. Put it in a white cloth. Take up all the flowers and thing and put it there.
So all this is yours?
Everything. Put there.
All this going on the back? We leave in all the liang and carry all this?
Put that on top of the horse by the foot.
Center. You'll get out when you go back. Remember when everything done and yeah, when everything done. Any returning? Right? No, when we go down there, when you finish it, then all is it like that.
One last ride. No, she got from Laura.
because of them facility.
I agree with you.
They doesn't want to hear that the truck was late, the dead come late.
Sure.
That's when I'm talking to people. So
Right, sir.
it's possible for them, they let go.
And when they go there, they go
It's
cut them up.
because the girl told the man that to come for 9:30, quarter to 10. She told the man the same thing too.
Okay.
That's in God, no, that's what happened.
That's unacceptable.
No.
No longer hear that. And the family waiting to come in. The family waiting to come in.
Them serve the chapel already. Hey, look, hey! Where you come with the wife?
Why is it?
Where you come with the wife? You going again? You go to that madness now. When you go, where you passing? Well, you come and meet me here then. I wouldn't put up one. I don't want to do like our own, how about a show, but people like that. Okay.
It's for 9, 9:30. Yeah, but I'll set around 50. Yeah, I just organize yourself. They can come last minute.